let's say you want to become a co-op enjoyer. Like you just want to do your domains in co-op, or you're doing the weekly bosses in co-op. We're going to rate every character on how good they are in co-op. Now, I just did the weekly boss with Pyro Traveler. They were pretty good, actually. They're pretty good. But also, like, people don't know that, usually. People don't rate the Traveler very high, so you have to be brave. You might just get kicked. People might kick you for just picking Traveler in any scenario. So, we'll just put Aether and Lumine both here. Let's just put Aether there. Lumine's the canon evil one, isn't she? People kick in co-op. That's what I always read in HoYoLab or Reddit, is like, people have been kicking me. And to be fair, some characters do deserve to be kicked. For example, in a prior patch, Kaveh was very dangerous to let into your world, wasn't he? Sounds like an NA thing? Oh yeah, it could be. It could vary for regions, true. Asia's pretty chill. Mainly because no one speaks the same language in Asia. Okay, so Jean. Jean in co-op I think is pretty good actually, because you have your heal, it's quite reliable, and you have on-field presence because Jean heals for each normal attack she hits, or she has a chance to heal for each normal attack, so she's alright. I'm gonna say she's alright. And she has access to VV. Lisa is kind of cope, not gonna lie. Like, she has the defense shred, she has the debuff, right? But just as a character on her own, she's very yes. Amber, I feel like if you pick Amber, you will get kicked. I want to put Amber in don't, but like, if I'm thinking about it, if you're an Amber main, you would be building so much around Amber that you would just want your own setup for Amber. As a character pick, I think she's actually in the copium tier. But yeah, let's just put her in don't for now. She'll be in front of everyone else in don't. Okay, Noelle. Noelle's an interesting pick because if you build her as a carry, she has no ER, so in co-op you're relying on everyone else for particles, and you'll be very sad. But if you're playing as a support, it's like, why are you even there, right? It's like, why would you even have Noelle there? Barbara, I want to say Barbara is actually an alright pick. Is that controversial? Because she can just do Hydra and she has the heals. And she's HP scaling, so she's quite tanky. So actually, I'd even put Barbara above Jean. Sucrose. How do I rate Sucrose? She's just VV. She is kind of clunky. She has animation locks on her as well. I want to say Sucrose is actually just brave. Even with like the EM buffs and stuff she can give, I just don't like playing as her. It's just so risky, right? Because she doesn't scale HP. She's a 4-star, so she has less stats than usual. You really have to know your dodges and stuff, or you'll be like dying in co-op on Sucrose. Fischl? Fischl is alright. Usually a solo Electro Fischl is a bit rough, because you need to actually have ER to be able to burst and have uptime. But in co-op, I guess you're an on-field Fischl, so you get all the particles. So I suspect you wouldn't have any ER issues. So yeah, I think Fischl's alright. Mona. I think Mona has same issue as Sucrose. Like, she has her buff, and she has Hydra application, but her dash, I feel like her dash makes it harder to dodge stuff. So unless you're a Mona main, you might just be very squishy and die. Kaeya. I think Kaeya's alright, isn't he? He generates particles and he does cryo. His early constellations give him some sustain. But then it's like, why? You could pick someone else and you just do way more. You'd contribute a lot more, wouldn't you? I'm gonna put him in brave, because like, why would you? A Diluc, I feel like, is copium. Because if you're a Diluc main, you're doing your own setup with Chongyun and stuff, but in co-op, it's hard to tell people in co-op to play something else, right? Because in co-op, people are just looking to get carried, or they're looking to flex. Anyways, Razor, I don't think he's bad enough to be like, don't bring him. Like, I guess if you have an EM Razor, it's like kind of copium still. Bennett is, I don't think he's super good, actually. I think he's alright, just because he's good. His buff is just that good. But he himself existing on field is not that good, so he's not super good. Ningguang's pretty cope. Copium is probably going to be the largest category. Alright, Beidou. I think Beidou is a permanently brave character. You're always on field, so you get more particles, so you need less for your energy upkeep. But also, you don't really get to guarantee your perfect counter things, because the enemy's not always going to be targeting you. Keqing. I want to say Keqing is alright, rather than brave, because she doesn't really have issues keeping up her infusion, and she has a lot of iframes on her burst. But she doesn't really like do anything unless someone else is playing Fischl or like Nahida. Alright, Xiangling, the off-field pyro queen. How do we feel about being forced to be on-fielding Xiangling in co-op? Is she still a good character in co-op? Obviously, I think like her like contribution doesn't change because she's still doing Guoba and the Pyro Nado, but she has to be on-field, which means she can die. We're gonna put Xiangling at like probably above Keqing. Just because, also, like, and if she's on her own, you can't guarantee a Bennett buff. And without Bennett, is Xiangling even real? If she's not C4, you should probably just don't even bother. Okay, Chongyun, very cope. He's so cope. I'm gonna have trouble trying to order this copium. They're also just so cope. Okay, Xingqiu is, ooh. This might be the first one that people really hate. I'm gonna put Xingqiu in super good. Because he's a 4-star, right? But his skill, his rain swords gives him damage reduction and a little sustain as well. Gets a little healing. Yeah, I think he's pretty good. Like, I'd be okay with him at the top of alright. I think he's super good still. Qiqi. Just kidding. I think Qiqi's actually alright. I think Qiqi's better than, will I get cancelled for that? I think Qiqi's actually alright in co-op. Because remember, this is a co-op tier list. Because she has the tag and everyone heals so much off the tag. And when she has her skill, she needs to be on field to hit stuff to heal, like Barbara. See, I think Qiqi's actually pretty good as a healer. C6, yeah, C6 Qiqi as well would revive the team. You can revive the team at will. I think the only negative is she is an attack scaling healer, so pretty squishy on her own. She can probably get one hit by all the big boss hits. Okay, Venti. I'm willing to put Venti at the top of Copium. You would rather bring anyone else in co-op, really, honestly now. Like, even Sucrose. Let's assume you're taking him to a domain, and he can actually suck up the enemies. Some characters can't hit the enemies when the black hole has sucked them up. It's just slightly too high. It's quite aggravating. Also, it's quite blinding. But yeah, I was playing with my friend back in the day, and it would always blind me. And then also, I couldn't hit enemies sometimes with Xiao plunge, and it's very depressing. And I'll never forgive Venti for that. Klee, you have to be quite brave to play as Klee, but she does quite a lot of damage actually. But she, like, animation locks, jump cancelling, and she's a short character, so she runs less. She has more trouble dodging, so quite brave. I'm willing to put Klee here. Okay, I actually don't have a lot of experience playing Childe, but I want to say he is alright, because he's Hydro. He does a lot of Hydro stuff, and he has quadratic scaling, which I hear is good to have. Against bosses, I mean, his cooldown might be in shambles, actually, but you know what, we're gonna put him down here, like, below Klee. Okay, Diona is like, Diona's a budget Silali. So C6, she has the EM buff. If you don't have C2, she doesn't do anything in co-op for everyone else, so if she's C6, I would place her like above Qiqi, I guess. Maybe above Jean even. If she's C2, it's Copium, and if she's not C2, just don't bring her. Okay, let me just put her here. She's alright, but if she's not C2, she's just don't bring her. Zhongli. Okay, if Zhongli is C2, he's alright. If he's C0, just don't bring him. I'm gonna leave him in the don't, just to have some color on the chart. I don't know how many characters are gonna be in here. But although Xinyan will definitely be here, just don't even try. Albedo is quite cope. Albedo's copium. But his skill cooldown is short, so replacing it after it's destroyed, his flower is like not super bad, but okay, how cope is he though? Probably still above Lisa. Probably. Okay, Ganyu. I feel like you gotta be brave, because Ganyu's squishy. Xiao? Okay, so Xiao can deal damage, but he's burst reliant, and he really needs his team, and if you can't get that team, which in co-op, I'm guessing you wouldn't be able to get that team set up, don't do it, guys. Don't take Xiao anywhere. Okay, Hutao. I think Hutao's alright. How alright is Hutao? Probably above Xiangling. Shit, now that Qiqi's in the alright tier, I have to be like the cider is she worse or better than Qiqi? Oh my god. Okay, I don't want to get cancelled because Hutao actually has a lot of fans. Let's just put her above Qiqi, just ever so slightly. Okay, Rosaria. She's actually alright. She deals damage. She applies a bunch of cryo, so I think she's alright. So let's put her above Qiqi. Let's push Qiqi down a bit. Anyway, Yanfei. Okay, we're gonna assume Yanfei's shield doesn't like affect the team. In which case, yeah, don't bring her. What the heck? She has like personal sustain, but I guess a DPS, she's kind of sad. And probably gonna steal Vape or Melt from other Pyro characters if you bring her. Probably I'll place her here. It's just above Albedo. I'd rather have a Yanfei than an Albedo, right? Okay, Eula. I'll say Eula's brave. I'd rather have a Eula than a Venti. I'm trying to decide if Kazuha is super good or if he's just alright. Because he has short cooldowns, so like he can kind of just spam the tap E's. And I guess he can keep swirling all the different elements on VV, because he's always on field. I think he's actually just good enough just to be super good. Let's place him above Xingqiu. Anyways, Ayaka. Yeah, I'm like an Ayaka hater just to play as her, but in co-op, how do I feel about her existing? Her burst is kind of strong if things are stationary. I'll place Ayaka like below Childe. Although she does apply cryo. In co-op, because she has ER issues with burst, I'm gonna put her here, just like below Childe. Yae Miko. Okay, she's ranged, she's like a Hutao, but ranged for single target, sort of, is my impression. But also, if she doesn't get her full normal string, she loses a lot of damage. If I remember correctly. I want to say is brave around Eula tier. Better or worse than Eula? Probably better than Eula. It's hard to be worse than Eula, right? Sayu, Animo healer. And you can roll around, so you can like kind of dodge stuff. I'm gonna put her in alright, just because. I'm placing Raiden. Wait, how many people have I placed below Barbara? Holy crap. Okay, I can't sustain the Barbara propaganda, so I'm gonna put Raiden here because she has energy stuff. Usually, unless it's a EM Raiden, then don't bring EM Raidens. But you know, if it's a C2 Raiden, you know, just you know, she's fine. She's alright. Okay, Sarah. I think even in single player, Sarah is very sad, actually. So in co-op, I have even stronger feelings about that. So I'm gonna put Sarah in quite copium. She's quite... How copium is she? She's probably better than, like, Noelle, if I'm being honest. She's just so bad. She's terrible. Okay, Kokomi. I actually have to rate Kokomi quite highly. Which is always painful for me as a Kokomi hater. How does Kokomi compare to Barbara? Probably better than Barbara, so... I'm willing to put her above Barbara. That's as much as I'm willing to give Kokomi. The forgotten character, Aloy. Moving on. Okay, actually, unironically, just because she's cryo now, she can like help out with some cryo application for a co-op Mawika, which moves her up quite considerably. I'm willing to put her in the copium tier. Okay, Toma. Does Toma shield co-op? I actually don't know. Toma, do you need C2? Or are you like cooked? That doesn't even okay. Normally, like shielding in co-op is a C2 thing. Okay, if I'm just reading this, it feels like he doesn't share co-op shields with any co-op people. Is this correct? Can anyone say I am wrong? He doesn't. Alright. Toma kind of junk. Can't share his shields, then don't bring him. Don't bring him, but if you have to bring him, I guess he would contribute more than friggin' Xinyan. Right, Ito. Okay, if I'm thinking about it, he's burst-centric, so he needs energy. But he does deal, like, damage. And he's defense scaling, so he's tanky. And he's a 5-star. But he doesn't heal. So you know what, I'll place him below Noelle. That seems fair to me. Okay, Goro. Unless you're in a co-op match with Noelle and Ito, isn't Goro a dead pick? Does he deserve to be below Xinyan? Yes, he does. Okay, I'm sorry, Goro. Shenhe has quills. How do we feel about quills? Where do we put Shenhe? Is she alright? I think it's brave. Right, because if the characters she would buff, like Ganyu and Ayaka, are in this tier, she also has to be in this tier, right? I'll put Shenhe, like, below Kaeya, just here, just cause. Okay, Yunjin. I want to say, like, her buff can be useful, but it's very quite niche. So it's just quite copium. But, like she can be good, okay? She can be okay. She can be okay. Let's just settle for that. Okay, Yae Miko in co-op. So Yae, the biggest thing we hate about Yae is that she takes too much field time to put down her turrets. But in co-op, that's not an issue because you have infinite field time, which means she is actually alright. Agree or no? I think this is actually true. She might be better than like most of these other people actually in co-op specifically. Above Hutao, rare Yae W. Is this true? I'm just gonna leave it like that. Okay, Ayato, he applies Hydro. He has some HP scaling. He's not that great. I think he's better than like Yoimiya. So that like defaults him to brave. Like I want like if we're just using the words, maybe copium, but maybe that means Yoimiya should be demoted. Okay, Yalan. HP scaling, so she's tanky. She does hydro. She does a lot of damage. Pretty good. And she even has some minor grouping with her little strings. Okay, Kuki kills herself. Actually, so Kuki's interesting, isn't she? So Kuki's thing is she kills herself, and the problem in single player is she gets low health. But also at C6, she has a... Okay, so Kuki's C6 is when her health is below 25%, she gets a mastery. So actually, forcing her to be on field is a little bad because you'll have trouble triggering the C6, right? Because she'll be healing herself constantly. Okay, but what does she do though? She does like electro, she heals a bit. Her little circle thing has to hit your allies for them to heal. So actually, I mean, she heals, that's a thing. Healing's fun. And she does electro, so that's like, that's good for our Hytham. Is that like, maybe Nahida? I want to say she's alright. She's okay. Heizou has VV. And like, not much else. Let's put Heizou like, just above Yoimiya, right? I think that's okay. Like, he's squishy, he's a 4-star, but he has VV. It's pretty copium, actually. Actually, maybe these three should just be copium. You know, let's demote. They're getting demoted. Goodbye. You know what, Yoimiya, you've been pushed down. So have you, Eula. You're down here as well. You can join the copium tier. Tighnari. You gotta be brave to play Tighnari. He's not super bad. Let's put him above Beidou for now. Okay, Collei. Like, even in single player, she's so sad to play, isn't she, with the animation lock on her skill? But she does, like, apply a decent amount of dendro. I'm willing to put Collei just above Sarah. Okay, Dory. You hate to see it, but she's an electro healer. How does she heal? Wait, how does she actually heal in co-op? Do you have to, like, go in between her and her little teapot thing, or... Dory, no one plays you. How do you work? Wait, it says, so this is singular, but does everyone close to the teapot get healed, or is it just Dory? Can anyone... Okay, should we test this? Is anyone in co-op? We'll skip Dory until we can test her. Sino. Sino's issue in single player is his rotation and uptime on buffs, because you can't swap out of him. But in co-op, you can't swap out of him, so he doesn't really have those same issues if the co-op members are supporting him. So let's place him above Childe. Oh my god, Dory almost died, but let's throw out a thing. Oh, he's getting healed. Look at that. It connects to everyone. They need to change that text, don't they? Okay, yeah, Dory, I'll leave her here. Because, like, her healing, she can heal everyone. That's pretty good. And she does electro. And she's, like, she does HP scaling, right? Yeah, I think she's pretty good. Okay, Candace. HP scaling, right? Candace HP scaling. Does a little hydro. Kinda copium. Not gonna lie. But does she even share this in co-op? Does she even share hydro infusion? Hydro Xiao test? Okay, true. Okay. Well. Okay, well, I guess that informs our decision on Candace. I mean, she herself can still apply the hydro. So it's like, no, it's not all bad. She's kind of Ayato tier. Kind of copium Ayato. I'll put her above Sarah? Above Collei, actually, because hydro is better than dendro. So, yeah. Okay, Nilou. Nilou is just Candace, but like 5-star. We're just looking at the hydro application, right? I feel like Nilou is a character you would pick if you knew the other players would accommodate you and switch to like Nahida and a full Bloom team. And if you want to instigate that, I think that's quite brave. I think I might want to reorder this. We might want to demote Beidou. And Kaeya? Okay, Nahida. Okay guys, so Nahida. The thing with on-field Nahida is she is a short character. And you're forced to on-field her the whole time. Because it's co-op. And what's her other issues? Her other issue is her burst has long time, which is actually okay in co-op because you don't steal field time from the other characters. By herself, I don't think she's that good. Outside of Bloom and Quicken, She's kind of trash. I'll actually put her just above Kokomi. How's that? I think I'm happy with Nahida here below Raiden, because Raiden does energy, but Nahida's just kind of on her own doing Dendro stuff, which isn't always useful. Layla. Okay. that's all I wanted to know. Okay, so Layla's alright, she's okay. Okay, Wanderer is like Xiao, but not Burst Reliant, so he's slightly better. But without a team, he's also kind of sad. Also, he's squishy. People don't put him on VV, so that's not really a factor. So I'm willing to place him like, I don't know, below Ayaka. Is that fair? I think that's fair. Okay, Faruzan. Faruzan, I feel she's quite a niche buffer, but also on her own, she's a decent like damage dealer. And she has a bit of grouping as well. I'm a bit biased because I have C6 Faruzan. At C0 Faruzan, it's just always don't do anything with Faruzan, I think. But I think I want to give Faruzan a little leeway here. Actually, Faruzan isn't even built on VV, so I'm gonna say she's copium. I don't think she's like don't bring her, actually. I think she's okay as a character. Okay, our Hytham is alright. How alright is our Hytham? How dead is our Hytham if you don't have Quicken? He's highly regarded in single player, but in co-op, is reactionless our Hytham better than reactionless Hutao? Above Keqing, you think he's right here? I'm pretty okay placing him anywhere in this tier, to be honest. Yao Yao, Dendro healer. She's alright. She actually heals quite a bit. Where's Qiqi again? She only heals as well. Maybe Qiqi should be demoted a bit. I'm willing to demote Qiqi. I'm willing to demote her like with all the other co-op healers. I think Yaya is better than Layla. Actually, you know what? Yaya is probably better than like probably better than Kuki and Dori. Daya tanks for everyone, right? On the whole team. I feel like you do have to be brave to play Daya, because like if you're absorbing damage for the whole team, don't you just like die? Does she actually do that in co-op? I don't even know. I can't test. I don't have Daya. Deep, do you have a Daya? She could be supporting the Morlani. I'll put Daya above Nilou. Let's settle for that for now. Mika. Mika's a healer, right? I feel like Mika is pretty copium. But he's a healer, so above Heizou? Baizhu. Baiju's alright. Let's say Baiju's alright. Above Yao Yao. Kave. Don't bring Kave, guys. Don't do it. Like, what does he do? Dendro? Yeah, don't bring Kave. Like, why? Don't do it. He's probably above Goro just because he can do Dendro. But don't bring Kave. Okay, Kirara. Actually, if you have C2 Kirara, C4 Kirara, she's actually pretty good. You have to run into your co-op members, but that gives you something to do. So as a support, that's pretty good. That's on-field presence. But it is a bit annoying that you have to chase your team down to give them a shield. So let's place her like below Baizhu, below Yao Yao. Oh, there's a Daya. All right. Okay, I think I've done enough Daya testing. Daya, where did I put Daya? Where was she? Ah, she's in Brave? No, actually, I take it back. I take it back. Daya is like so cope. She is below Mika. She's below Eula. I'm putting her below Chongyun. This is how badly I feel about Daya right now. You love your Daya? She's still good at swimming in Fontaine. So we'll give her that. Okay, Lyney. I think Lyney's like actually fine on his own, isn't he? He's actually okay. Probably better than Yae. Lynette. Lynette's kind of like why? Because you could just bring Traveler. I mean, she has VV, I guess. She could be like Heizou. Femine. Femine is gonna join Eula, I feel. Is Femine below or above Eula? I feel like he's probably below Eula, right? 4-star? If he outranks Eula, then Eula's so cooked. Nouvelette. Nouvelette obviously is gonna just be above everyone because he has HP scaling, so he's tank, he self-sustains, he's hydro, he's big damage. I don't think much needs to be explained about him. Rio. Okay, so in my estimation, Rio is like approximately Ayaka tier, except he kills himself. Below, he's below Eula. We have a lot of disdain for Rio in the chat. Farina. Okay, this might be a controversial take. Farina. Okay, so Farina's a good character, right? But I feel like it's all about expectations with Farina. So if Farina's the only like potential healer on the team, she has to manage the team's health. So she has to actively switch between Numa and Usha modes to heal and then not heal and kill everyone on the team. You might get flamed is what I'm saying if you're a bad Farina in co-op. How can someone be bad Farina? Well, they drain everyone's health and then they just let them die. If you're a C6 Farina, it doesn't matter, right? But if you're a C0 Farina and you don't heal and you just kill everyone, or if you only heal, you generate nothing for the team. So it's like any other healer would be better. Do I have to zoom out now? Okay, whatever. Okay, Charlotte's a cryo healer, but she's an attack scaling healer. She's kind of like Jean, but she's 4-star with a worse element. Yeah, I'll put Charlotte below Layla. Okay, Navia, I'm gonna put Navia quite high, I think. She does a decent amount of damage. She gets the crystallizers for the team. She's a nice defensive utility. Actually, does it matter if your co-op members steal your crystallized shards? Okay, I'm not sure if Navia shard stealing is a thing, but just from my like intuition, I would place her probably above Barbara, probably right here. Chevreuse. Okay, Chevreuse in co-op. How do I feel about Chevreuse in co-op? She's alright if you have the team, like if you enable it, I guess. Not gonna lie though, Chevreuse is kind of a mid healer. She kind of sucks. She kind of sucks at healing. Chongyun. She's a nice healer, but she's attack scaling, a bit squishier. She generates decent particles. She's like a Jean, isn't she? She's like Jean level because she does essentially what Jean does. Except she doesn't get built in VV, does she, normally? So I'm gonna put her below Jean. Okay, Garming. In co-op, if he's reactionless, kind of copium, isn't it? Let's place him above Candace. Chiori in co-op. I think modern Chiori is like for efficiency's sake, she's built on Golden Shroop, which means she can't be on field, which means she's very sad. So I'll put her like above Venti just because. You think Chiori is brave? I mean, okay, so if you get like a Xiangling on the supporting side, I guess she's okay. If you have a Xiangling, I think it's alright. If you don't have a cop Xiangling, oh, it gets a bit dodgy. Gets a bit dodgy. Arlecchino. Arlecchino is kind of like Nouvellette in that she doesn't need any co-op people. Like, she does her own thing and the other members don't matter at all. So I'm gonna put her right next to Nuvi. No Navia tests? Did you get like a second bullet from me picking it up? You are getting a bullet now. I mean, the burst gives you bullets over time, right? You still got bullets when I picked up your shards? Yes? Oh, okay. Alright then. Wow. Navia quality of life. Surprising. I thought for sure you wouldn't get bullets if I stole them. Okay, so Navia, you know what? Since I am so surprised that she keeps her bullets, I'm willing to put Navia like above Nahida. Take that, Nahida. Eat it. Okay, Clorinde is kind of like Arlecchino, right? But just not as good because she's just not as good. I'm willing to place Clorinde like below Raiden. Below Navia? Like, there's no way she's as good as Arlecchino. Although she has better sustain. Okay, Sichuan Hydro Healer. Unironically, she does like not insignificant damage, so she's actually not trash. And she's HP scaling, she's tank. I mean, she's actually alright. Like, as a meta pull, she's like, you would never pull her. She has no place really anywhere in any team. But in co-op, just because she's Hydra and she's a healer and she's a pretty good healer, and she does damage on her burst, I mean, like, I feel like she belongs there. Sethos. Yeah, Sethos is kind of copium, but he's not super bad. I'm gonna place him, like, I don't know, below Candace? Below Collei? Is that going too far? I don't know. Okay, Emily. Emily's okay, isn't she? Emily off-field, Dendro, turret. And then her being on-field doesn't do anything. It just makes her easy to kill. But she does like decent damage. I'll place her like just below Alhaitham. I'll put Mawika in Copium or Brave if I aren't biased. Can't use her burst every rotation? Well, actually, in co-op, your team members can all be on field all the time doing normal attacks, which builds up her fighting spirit a bit faster than usual. So, yeah, you know, we'll decide when we get there. Okay, Morlani is like, she's kind of okay. If you can't guarantee her vape, she's a bit like sadder, but she's not super mega sad. That's my impression of her. Overall, I'd rather have a Morlani than a Yae. So let's just, I'm gonna put Morlani here. Kachina. Kachina's so copium, it's unreal. Like, have you seen how slow her skill hits? It's crazy. She can be like, she can hold in the city below Venti. How's that? I mean, the order of everyone here seems like you just roll a dice. Like, these are all just like, why would you bring them? Okay, Kinnick. I feel like Kinnick's fine. He's okay. He's kind of like Morlani, but like less restrictive. I think it's fair to put like Kinnick just below Chongyun. If he's got burning, if you get burning, does he like, he probably moves up to like super good actually. But if you can't get burning, he's probably down here. The Nightland characters are all a bit like bipolar in their rankings. It's like, well, they're either super good or they're not that great at all. Okay, Xiaolonun. I feel like Xiaolonun's usually a good pick. She's like fine usually, but not always. Like if you have a Navia and then a Chiori joins, she instantly like drops. So I will place her. You know what? Let's demote right in next to Cloran. Xiaolonun's like Kazuha. Xiaolonun's healing is a bit like tight in co-op. Like you kind of have to be around them. It's a bit annoying. Chaska. Okay, Chaska is like probably the best of the Natland characters in co-op, right? Usually people don't bring Geo or Animo or Dendro, which means Chaska usually gets a free pass for her team elements. I'm going to put Chaska above Raiden and Cloran. Let's move along. Okay, Auroron. Okay, so I've been testing Auroron recently. When I was doing my weird Abyss clear, Auroron is shit. Actually, Auroron's trash. Everyone who's all the content creators who told me that Auroron's like roughly official level, it was all lies. He's actually just trash. I will hate on every Auroron I see from this moment onward. Auroron belongs in is it Brave? Auroron will be in Brave. I'll put him like below Wanderer. You know what? I'd rather have Wanderer on the team. I'm gonna put him like below Kaeya. Okay, we got Mawika now. Mawika is Mawika's very fiddly. What I mean is like if you miss her burst, she's kind of sad, but she still does like enough damage. I feel that it's not super sad, right? So she's not. I don't think she's like down here, but she's not on this tier. She's not on the top tier. Although, because she is so good normally, people know she's good. So if you pick Mawika in co-op, normally I would expect the other co-op members to build around her as well. But also that's something you can't expect in the long run, right? Because there'll be new characters and people just want to play whatever in co-op. So in that case, I will put Mawika pretty high up, but not like super mega high. I'll put her above Hutao for sure. I'll put her above Yae. Do I put her above the other two? But she does kind of need... These other two don't care about fighting spirit, but she does need fighting spirit. So I'm willing to put her here. I assume still gets fighting spirit from the other co-op members' normal attacks. If she doesn't get that from the other co-op members, then she's kind of cooked. Does anyone like have C0 Sitlali? Because I play with C6 Sitlali, so my Sitlali is just always good. Does C0 Sitlali have any issues in co-op? Do we have any C0 Sitlali enjoyers in the chat? If I'm thinking, because it's C0, she needs to do what? She needs to sacrificial or she needs to skill burst, right? She needs to have uptime on burst. So she needs energy, and then she needs like a Hydra or Pyro unit to support. Her shield isn't great. Her shield is kind of sad. So what does she do? She applies a little cryo, and she does some shred, and that's about it. I feel like it's not great. At C0, it's not really a great pick. I guess she has in the city as well. I'm gonna put her like above Baizhu, above Diona. I'm willing to put her like, I don't know, just below Chongyun. In co-op, if you play like Mawika Sitlali, let's say you're playing 2-player co-op, like in the recent combat event. If you're playing Mawika Sitlali, you have to wait for your team member to like do stuff. Even if you have the premium team set up, like if your co-op partner's playing like Bennett, Shillonen, you have to wait for them to finish their stuff. And they also have to not do anything. If your friend is playing C6 Bennett and they continue to normal attack just because they have nothing to do, while you're trying to set up Sitlali, they'll just steal your melt. So it's very, like, Mawika Sitlali combo in co-op is actually really sad. So yeah, that's why I'm placing her like this low. Otherwise, like normal team building, obviously she's like up here. But co-op, I think she's down here. Alright, we're almost done. We got Lanyan. I loved using Lanyan in the most recent Abyss with the 2 lectors. She's so good at dealing with the 2 lectors. Anyway, so yeah, Lanyan, really good at the lectors. In co-op, I've let me test. Where's Deep? Where did Deep go? Did you get a shield? No. Wait, Lanyan does not shield in co-op? That's crazy. That is unfortunate. Okay, okay, so Lanyan does not shield in co-op, which means she can only VV. So she's like, she's gonna be with Heizou. Where did I put Heizou again? I think she's like, she herself applies decent amount of animo. Like for the lectors, it's super good. So I think she's better than Heizou. You know what? I think she's better than Venti even. No, we maybe place her in Brave. Let me just to push Auroron down further. I'm willing to put her up here. Maybe even a bit high. Maybe better than Wanderer, actually. Yeah, Lanyan better than Wanderer. You heard it here first. Who else? Mizuki. Mizuki's a swirler. Her issue is she has too much on-field time, isn't in normal building, and co-op doesn't matter, so she gets like... And she's a healer. VV healer with better swells, right? So like she automatically gets up in this tier, in the alright tier. Like with Jean. She's like a worse Jean, she's like a worse Sayu. She's not better than all these. I'm willing to place her like above Xiangling. And in fact, maybe Xiangling should be demoted a bit. Let's demote Xiangling down to the bottom of the tier. I have volatile feelings about Xiangling in co-op. And then there's the unreleased characters. I just have to make a guess on them. I'm guessing Veresa's gonna be like... Veresa power creeps Cloran, so in raw numbers, right? So I'm guessing Veresa's just gonna be fine. She's gonna be pretty good in co-op. Just because she's not really reliant. But she can't heal herself, can she? So I guess she's back down in this tier. Above Clorand and Raiden. And then Ian-san is like Bennett, but a bit more restrictive because you need to move around. Actually, I don't even know if he buffs in co-op. We don't even know that, do we? We'll tentatively put him here. Above Shivers. And the other healers. And Keqing. And Haitham. Tentatively, if he buffs in co-op, I think this is where he is. If not, he's down here somewhere. And I think that's the complete tier list. Whoa, we finished. Do I need to zoom out more? Like this is like hard to put on the one screen. This is the complete tier list, the complete co-op tier list. Are there any final adjustments I would like to make? I think it's fine. I think I like it as it is. It is roughly ordered. Except probably in the copium tier. I don't think order matters. They're all copium. And then everything else, I think it's in the order that I would prefer to see them in co-op, yeah. Kind of crazy that Sichuan is so high, but it is what it is. Whoa, hey, it's me guys from the day of the 5.6 patch, because I've been holding onto this footage for too long, and I have since tested stuff, and also I can rank Escoffier and Aoife. I think I'll put them in their ranks before I make my final adjustments. So here we go. Escoffier, I think she's gonna be alright. She's probably gonna be like above Raiden, let's say. I think she's gonna be pretty promising. I mean, she can apply her debuff just by hitting things. She's not really reliant on anything. And she always kind of contributes, even if she's not on a full freeze team. I think that's fine. That's cool. She still deals damage. And Aoife, he has VV and he's trash. So we'll put him down here. So my final adjustments, it's been a while. I've since pulled a Mizuki and had the chance to test her a little. And, okay, where is Mizuki? Let me find her. Here she is in the alright. You know, I've changed my mind. She's actually so terrible. I'm just going to put her down here back into Copium below Aoife. Okay, other adjustments. It has come to my attention that Chevreuse doesn't really work in co-op. So just don't bring her. Don't do that. Same thing with Ian-san, don't bring them either. Also, I was calling Ian-san a he back then because I had thought she was a guy for like 3 years. There's just like a habit, because from the first reveal trailer in 1.0, I thought it was a guy. I thought it'd be a small boy, but clearly that is not the case. So she is down here, and don't bring her anyways. She's not really relevant. Their buffs don't work in co-op, so it is what it is. Is there anyone else I want to make an amendment for? Kinich. So I've been playing Kinich a bit on my EU account, and yeah, his attack scaling, he moves around a bit, and he's still actually quite squishy, so let's move him down, and he's not as good as Moika. I'll just put him above Yae. I think that's pretty fair. I'm about to pull for Chiori, so I gotta promote her. She's good. She's that's just all in one go. She's alright. She's alright now, okay? I think that's all the adjustments. Oh wait, Sitlali. Let's demote Sitlali because I forgot it was a C0. So she doesn't give a shield at all. There's no shielding from C0 Sitlali, so with that perspective, I think I'll just demote her all the way down to, I mean, she still has Cinder City, so let's demote her down above Auroron. And Auroron should be happy I'm not demoting him down because of my pure hatred for him. Alright, so I think that is the final definitive co-op tier list as of version 5.6. If you disagree, if I missed something about the mechanics, you know, leave me a comment and tell me I'm super wrong. Tell me I'm super wrong. So yeah, and until next time, guys, enjoy the 5.6 patch. Good night and take care.